Is the Republican Party about to face its most significant internal conflict yet? The unwavering alliance with Israel, a cornerstone of conservative foreign policy for decades, is now fracturing, and the fault lines are running deeper than anyone expected. This isn't just a policy debate, it's an ideological battleground that could redefine the GOP itself. Before we dive into this seismic shift, if you want to stay on top of everything happening in US politics, hit that subscribe button right now and leave a like. It really helps this channel grow and keeps you informed on the issues that matter most. For years, the Republican Party stood united, a steadfast champion of Israel. But the recent conflict in Gaza has brought this long-standing alliance under intense scrutiny, and the results are stark. New polling from Politico reveals a significant split within the party, particularly between President Trump's most loyal MAGA supporters and those who voted for him but don't identify with the movement. According to the Politico poll, nearly half of MAGA Trump voters express strong support for Prime Minister Netanyahu's government and its relationship with the U.S. They approve of Israel's actions, with a substantial 41% believing its military campaign in Gaza is justified. This group is, by and large, sticking with the longtime U.S. ally. Contrast this with non-MAGA Trump voters. A smaller portion, just 29%, expresses similar approval of Israel and its current government. While 31% of non-MAGA voters believe Israel's campaign was initially justified, a larger percentage, 31%, also feel it has gone too far, compared to 24% of MAGA voters. This suggests a growing unease outside the core MAGA base. The implications of this divide are profound. It raises questions about the future of the U.S.-Israel alliance and the GOP's ability to maintain its diverse coalition. Politics around the Middle East have changed rapidly. On the Democratic side, support for Israel has long been a divisive issue, with some blaming the Biden administration's approach to Gaza for potential electoral losses. A significant 35% of Kamala Harris voters believe Israel's actions in Gaza were initially justified but have gone too far, and a substantial 27% never believed the military campaign was justified. Only 10% of Harris voters still believe Israel's conduct of the Gaza war is justified. While Republicans were initially unified in their support for Israel following the October 7 attack, that unity appears to be eroding. The non-MAGA wing of the GOP and younger conservatives are showing increasing unease. Worryingly for the establishment, non-MAGA voters are 10 points more likely than MAGA voters to believe the Israeli government wields too much influence over U.S. foreign policy. This fracturing isn't just confined to polls. High-profile figures like Tucker Carlson, Marjorie Taylor Greene, and Steve Bannon have openly criticized America's close relationship with Israel. This sentiment is often tied to an America First perspective, a desire to disengage from global conflicts and prioritize domestic issues. Indeed, the poll shows that 29% of Trump 2024 voters believe the president has spent too much time on international affairs, a figure that jumps to 40% among non-MAGA Trump voters. Adding another layer to this complex dynamic is a clear generational divide within the Republican Party. Younger Trump voters, those under 35, are significantly more likely than older voters to express reservations about the U.S. alignment with Israel. 32% of younger Trump voters believe the U.S. is too closely aligned with Israel, a sentiment shared by only 11% of Trump voters over 55. Nearly half of young Trump voters believe the U.S. should distance itself from Israel, a stark contrast to the 13% of older voters who agree. This suggests a future where the GOP's stance on Israel could be a major battleground, especially as a potential proxy war brews for the 2028 Republican primaries. This generational split within the GOP mirrors the divide seen among Democrats, where younger voters also hold stronger views against Israel's actions, largely driven by the humanitarian crisis in Gaza. The loss of support among young Democrats was perhaps predictable, but the rapid erosion of support among young Republicans is particularly alarming and signals a clear, concerning trend. The involvement of powerful pro-Israel advocacy groups, like AIPAC, has also become a flashpoint. While these groups aim to elect pro-Israel candidates across both parties, their interventions, particularly in competitive primaries, have drawn criticism. Among Trump voters, MAGA supporters are significantly more likely to back AIPAC's political activities than non-MAGA voters, who are more likely to oppose them. This indicates that even within the pro-Israel movement's efforts, the Republican Party's internal divisions are being amplified. The question now is, where does this leave the Republican Party and the U.S.-Israel alliance? Will the America First isolationist sentiment eventually override traditional foreign policy commitments? Or will the more hawkish, pro-Israel factions retain control? The answers to these questions will undoubtedly shape the future of American politics and its role in the world. So, what do you think about this growing divide within the Republican Party over Israel? Is this a temporary rift or a fundamental ideological shift? Drop your opinion in the comments below. I read every single one. The political landscape is shifting, and understanding these internal party dynamics is crucial to grasping the future of American leadership on the world stage.